work or getting the kids off to school. We don't have any fog out there, not expecting any fog. Temperatures this morning in the 20s, rising into the lower 50s this afternoon before falling back down into the 40s for your evening commute. We'll have your travel forecast around the state if you're traveling this weekend, and your ski forecast coming up in a bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. In some crime news, a 22-year-old Yakima man is facing over a dozen charges in federal court in connection with the drug trafficking scheme, along with 2 counts of murder. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us the indictments are the result of a years-long investigation that involved nearly a dozen agencies.
According to court documents, this all started back in the summer of 2021 when Homeland Security was investigating illegal narcotics that were being trafficked from Mexico into the U.S. through San Diego ports. Agents say evidence pointed to Benjamin Madrigal Berrueta as their suspect. Then their investigation led them to Yakima, where they interviewed 44-year-old Cesar Murillo and 33-year-old Maria Hernandez as potential witnesses. Within days of their interview, both were murdered and their remains hidden so far in a remote high desert location near Yakima that it took investigators almost a year to find them.
The nature of the way they were killed and then how their remains were treated were very violent. And just with lack of human respect.
Coming up at 6, we'll hear more from the coroner about the year-long exhaustive search for those remains and more about what those court documents have to say. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. And a Benton County corrections officer has been arrested by the sheriff's office accused of sexual misconduct. According to Benton County officials, a female inmate accused the Benton County corrections officer of sexual misconduct. During the investigation, the officer was on administrative leave until the investigation was over, and that's according to Benton County officials.
It's just like any other investigation, right? Between interviews, physical evidence, anything else that is gained during the investigation, and anybody can make an accusation. Once you start doing the investigation, obviously, just like any other accusation or alleged crime is, our job is either to prove or disprove that, and we just look at the facts at hand.
On Wednesday, March 5th, detectives arrested Kevin Bell on suspicion of custodial sexual misconduct in the 2nd degree. And that's according to police, and this is an active investigation, and more information will be released as it's known. And the driver charged in the traffic death of a Washington state trooper is in the U.S. illegally, according to immigration officials. Authorities said 32-year-old Raul Benitez Santana of Mexico was the driver who crashed into Trooper Chris Gadd and hit another car that had 6 people inside. One of those people suffered serious but not life-threatening injuries. According to court documents, Benitez Santana was driving at a high rate of speed when he slammed into the back of Trooper Gadd's car. He then bounced off and landed in the fast lane, which was then hit by the other car. Benitez Santana is charged with vehicular homicide and vehicular assault. He's currently in jail on a $1 million bond. And Hanford is looking for the community's thoughts on its progress and recent cleanup efforts. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma says that opportunity is available right now.
In 1989, the Tri-Party Agreement was signed between the Department of Energy, Environmental Protection Agency, and Department of Ecology. The Tri-Party Agreement marks milestones and outlines how cleanup is going to happen at the Hanford site. Department of Ecology Communication Manager Ryan Miller says roles are important when it comes to the cleanup plan.
Department of Energy, their role is to manage the site and do the actual cleanup work, and then Ecology and EPA, we're regulators, and we do oversight, regulatory oversight of energy's cleanup and make sure that they're meeting the milestones and deadlines and following, federal and state laws for environmental protection and cleanup.
Miller says one of the priorities of the DOE is making sure it has enough funding.
One priority that we have at the state is on Hanford's budget. We want to make sure that the federal government is adequately funding cleanup of the Hanford site.
Aside from funding, Miller says the DOE has been working with the Department of Energy on tending to low-activity waste.
But, there's 56 million gallons of highly radioactive waste sitting in 177 underground tanks at the site. And so one of our priorities is working with Energy to get the waste treatment plant, operating and to start treating low-activity waste, which Energy has been heating up the melters for that the last couple of years.
Miller says he feels good about the progress so far.
And so the deadline for treating low-activity tank waste at the Hanford site is currently August of 2025, and that's for the waste treatment plant's direct feed low-activity waste system. So Energy's on track. They've heated up one melter. They're in the process of heating up the second, and they're on track to start treating tank waste here soon, which we're really excited about.
Miller says when it comes to the Hanford site, some people think of it as a live nuclear plant, but he wants them to know that it's not like that anymore. He says the focus is now on cleaning up. Reporting live in Richland, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
And the Department of Ecology has a 30-day public comment period on cleanup efforts that runs through April 5th. And after getting delayed due to the pandemic, improvement plans for Yakima's Washington Fruit community are now getting another look. According to KDA Architecture, the community wanted a bigger, lighter space with a gym, teaching kitchen, and arts and crafts space. The City Council can come up with an immediate plan to fix infrastructure issues, an intermediate plan, and improvements and additions over the next 5 to 10 years. Also a master plan that includes all of that and more over the next 5 to 25 years.
Tonight is just to give you an idea of what can be done with the facility, and this will be incorporated into our capital facilities planning just a few months away.
KDA says everything in the Grand Master Plan would cost an estimated $15 million, but the immediate fixes alone run close to $2 million. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a Pennsylvania woman is hospitalized after being mauled by a mother bear with her cubs this week and is recounting the animal attack from her hospital bed. Looking outside, a lot lighter than it was when we last checked, and temperature has dropped a few degrees. It's now 28 degrees. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more headlines right after this.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the rain and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let M&M Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Spectrum Internet delivers with fast and reliable speeds nationwide. So there's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Now get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and a Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Visit Spectrum.com or call 844-242-1479. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security and privacy for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 with advanced Wi-Fi and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited free for 12 months. Start saving today. Go to Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, call 844-242-1479, or scan to call now.
Here are some frequently asked questions we get about Dial-A-Ride services. Is Dial-A-Ride going away? No, it is not. All Dial-A-Ride services to Tri-Cities, Benton City, and Prosser is exactly the same. Are drivers being laid off? No. If you qualify for Dial-A-Ride or want to find out if you qualify for Dial-A-Ride services, call 509-735-0160 or visit bft.org to learn more.
You're going to Hollywood.
Watch Sunday night at 8 on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
Next live, Aisha Curry and Kat Deely. And this Monday, live after the Oscar show.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Welcome back. So a Pennsylvania woman was looking forward to her upcoming trip to Italy when she ended up in the hospital. She's still planning to take that trip, but it'll take time before she fully recovers from the trauma of being attacked by a bear in her own backyard. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
It was just so fast. She was so aggressive. She was all over me.
Leanne Galante is recalling the moment a black bear attacked her in her backyard north of Pittsburgh.
She had me down and she bit my arm and she was on top of me. I thought I was going to die.
She had just let her dog Smokey out Tuesday night, having no idea that a female bear was lurking in the dark until she saw bear cubs in her neighbor's tree. There were 3 of them.
If you would have seen how big those bears were in that tree and how big she was, she just kept coming. But I didn't want her to eat my baby. And if she would have taken one bite, he would be dead.
Somehow, the mama bear got distracted, and Galante got herself and her dog back inside.
I thought, oh my gosh, what if she's right behind us? And I slammed the door, and that was it.
Galante suffered injuries to her head, neck, and arm, and may need surgery for broken bones in her face.
She is a trooper. When we first saw her, she certainly was very traumatized, but definitely through all this, she's handled it very well.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Galante is recovering well and her dog is okay. So glad that she doesn't have worse injuries. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, there's a major event going on in Pasco that city officials are predicting will bring hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of revenue to the area. We'll check it out when we come back. Looking outside, even lighter. Temperature is 28 degrees, but meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have more in that first alert full forecast. Keep it right here.
911, what's your emergency?
Our job is a whirlwind. When there's disaster to deal with, who are we?
My wife, where is she?
Saving the ship.
911 comes to ABC March 14th.
People are switching to Spectrum Internet.
We count on Spectrum Internet and the advanced Wi-Fi to always keep us connected and protected.
It's so reliable and fast.
Ever since we switched to Spectrum Internet, our daughter's curiosity has a new spark.
Now we're saving a ton.
Amazing.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month with advanced Wi-Fi, free modem, and free security suite for 12 months with no added taxes or fees. Save even more with our new 2-year price guarantee when you level up to 1 gig. Call 1-833-977-4999 or scan to call.
Call now.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
It's time to play Get to Know the Raptors and Alice. Favorite food?
Pizza, duh. Ribeye steak, rare.
A bowl of cantaloupe the size of a swimming pool.
Favorite triple play attraction?
2 words, arcade. The entire Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park.
Zipline, it's great for talking with guests.
Triple play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more. All attached to a cozy hotel.
Cantaloupe, really?
Steak, really?
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
A hike with a view of the Palouse.
About 9 miles north of Pullman.
There's nothing like it for miles around.
They can hike to the ridge from the parking lot and back in about a half an hour.
Kamiak Butte on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
To help promote professional first aid training, Apple Valley News Now with Columbia Safety are giving you a chance to win a $500 gift card. To enter, click on contests at applevalleynewsnow.com, and soon a $500 gift card could be yours.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest on this Thursday morning. The clouds starting to clear out of the Tri-Cities this morning. This is what it looks like in Pasco out of our Dust Devil sky cam. So you do see some clouds off to the south and west. We're minutes away from the official sunrise, but you can already sort of see the reflection on the buildings there, which is nice to see this early in the morning. But it is cold out there. Temperatures have dropped down into the 20s once again, with a mainly clear sky overnight despite some of those clouds moving in over the past few hours. So we're down to 28 in the Tri-Cities, 28 now in Dayton. Walla Walla, you still have clouds, you're at 32. Hermiston, Pendleton have cleared out, 26 in Hermiston, 26 in Pendleton, and Yakima, 28 degrees. And we are going to see temperatures climb a little bit higher today. Our warming trend continues as high pressure builds in, and we're going to keep it dry today as well. High pressure starts to shift a little bit more to the east tomorrow. We're still underneath the influence of that high, so we're dry. We'll see temperatures warm up a little bit more, but rain and snow start to push into northwestern Washington tomorrow, and then the rain and the snow overspreads the rest of the state on Saturday as our next storm system moves in, and the pattern looks to be more unsettled as we head into the weekend and early next week. But until then, enjoy the dry weather today. High temperatures around 52. We should be right around 56 for this time of year, so a few degrees below average, but we'll take it with that sunshine. 50 degrees at Hanford, 47 in Connell, 49 in Prosser, 50 degrees in Yakima, and we should keep it in the upper 40s along the foothills of the Blues. Tonight, mainly clear again. Another pretty cold night expected as temperatures drop into the 20s area-wide. 26 in the Tri-Cities, 28 Walla Walla, 28 in Prosser, and 27 in Toppenish. Tomorrow morning, you'll have another opportunity to check out Venus, Mars, and the moon in the southeast sky. Now, the moon will be a little bit lower in the sky tomorrow, and it will make a triangle with Venus and Mars. Venus is the easiest planet to spot. It's the brightest in our sky. So you want to look across the southeast sky tomorrow around 5:45 in the morning, around 30 minutes to 40 minutes before the sun rises and that glare becomes too much to take. So good luck if you want to check that out tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, high temperatures in the 50s almost everywhere. That'll be nice, 54 in the Tri-Cities. Finally, middle 50s along the foothills of the Blues, and we should make it into the lower 50s in the Yakima Valley. Weekend forecast, if you're traveling today, tomorrow, no problems. But this weekend, that's when you're going to run into rain in the Seattle area, and it's going to stay on the chilly side. Highs only in the upper 40s. Not the best weekend in Portland either. Today and tomorrow look pretty nice. Tomorrow in Portland, 58, but then much cooler and pretty rainy, maybe even a few storms on Sunday. Spokane, you'll get into the action later this weekend. Today, tomorrow looking pretty good, and then those rain chances going up Saturday and Sunday. Here's our 7-day forecast. Rain chances not as high as those locations, but we could see periods of rain Saturday and Sunday. That clock indicating we do spring forward. We lose that hour of sleep. We could get a break in the action on Monday before more rain pushes in on Tuesday. Yakima, 50 today, and then we'll see 50s continue tomorrow. Walla Walla, 48, middle 50s tomorrow. That'll feel nice with better chances for rain this upcoming weekend. Hermiston, 51 today, 56 tomorrow. Here is your ski report brought to you by Schweitzer Mountain. The sun is up on the mountain. It's looking pretty nice on this Thursday. And the forecast for today in Schweitzer calling for mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, 22 degrees. So a chilly day if you're going to be skiing. No snow expected today in Idaho or even across the state of Washington. Ski Bluewood, 29 degrees, partly cloudy, base depth up to 60 inches. And if you're going to White Pass today, 32 degrees. No new snow over the past 24 hours. Not expecting any snow tomorrow, but as we head into the weekend, all of our ski resorts could pick up several more inches. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And the Northwest Athletic Conference basketball tournament tipped off at Columbia Basin College yesterday, an event that's expected to bring in an estimated $400,000 to the Tri-Cities. College basketball teams from across Washington, Oregon, and Idaho will face off at Columbia Basin College's indoor arena over the next couple of weeks. Visit Tri-Cities as they fought and pleaded with tournament officials over the course of many meetings to bring the event here. And also, according to Visit Tri-Cities, there are other events on the way to the area.
So, this summer we're going to be hosting the World Tournament for the National Horseshoe Pitchers Association, and then we're also hosting an Ironman this fall. So, lots of big things coming in the Tri-Cities. Great infrastructure we have here. Community partnerships and relationships are just really key in being able to host these big-time events. So, we're always looking to bring the next big thing here.
Well, we're very thrilled to see the NWAC basketball championships here in the Tri-Cities. It means a lot to our community. This is an economic driver for the community.
The Horseshoe Championship is expected to bring in around $2 million between this year and again in 2027. The NWAC is scheduled to return to Pasco again next year as well, and this was the second year in a row the city hosted the event. In education news, WSU Tri-Cities is announcing a new scholarship to help students reach their education goals. According to Aniki Rachinsky, the Senior Director of Development for the Office of Advancement at WSU Tri-Cities, Longnecker and Associates, a contracting firm that works with the Department of Energy, is offering the scholarship. It's open to all WSU Tri-Cities campus students who are part of business, cybersecurity, and engineering programs who want to go into careers in a cleanup site. The student needs to be a sophomore with at least a 2.5 GPA in order to be eligible. Rachinsky says that this new scholarship is what WSU Tri-Cities is all about.
Part of what we are so proud of being able to provide at WSU Tri-Cities is career-connected opportunities for our students. So this is one of many opportunities that we have that not only supports them in their education, but connects them with local employers and helps them learn about future job opportunities.
The scholarship is worth $10,000 per year and is available for use on tuition, books, or whatever the student needs to make it through the academic year. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a verdict has been reached in the fatal shooting of a cinematographer by actor Alec Baldwin during a rehearsal on the set of the Western movie Rust.
You've got 4 days, and 4 days only to save like never before. During the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus, get 4 years no interest financing. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
These are real people seeking solutions to real problems.
I have plantar fasciitis.
Pain with my feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I definitely feel the heel-to-toe walk.
I'm not feeling any pain, especially in my heel. That's where I always feel it.
I don't feel the knee pain. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it, crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it with Mavorite.
Cure it with Mavorite. Mavorite cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Mavorite stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Mavorite with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C, crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Mavorite.
Ask your doctor about Mavorite. AbbVie could help you save.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Colon cancer screening is the #1 way to prevent the disease. Learn more at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Digestive Health Center at Prosser Memorial Health reminds us that colon cancer screening saves lives. This is how we care.
You've got 4 days, and 4 days only to save like never before. During the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus, get 4 years no interest financing. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
The verdict in the case of that deadly shooting on the set of Alec Baldwin's movie Rust. A New Mexico jury finding armorer Hannah Gutierrez guilty. The question now, how could this affect Baldwin's trial? Here's ABC's Andrea Fuji.
This morning, Hannah Gutierrez is in custody in New Mexico, awaiting sentencing after it took jurors just under 3 hours to convict her yesterday in the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins.
I find the defendant, Hannah Gutierrez, guilty of involuntary manslaughter as charged in count 1.
The jury found Gutierrez not guilty of tampering with evidence. Hutchins was killed in 2021 after Alec Baldwin's gun fired on the set of his movie Rust. Prosecutors argued it was Gutierrez's job to oversee the guns and that she was responsible for bringing live rounds onto the set. Jurors agreed.
That was her job, to check those rounds, those firearms, and if no one wanted to pay attention or do that, then she could stop the work.
The defense argued the 26-year-old who did not take the stand was made a scapegoat and shifted the blame to Baldwin, who was handling the gun when it went off. They plan to appeal.
My sense was the evidence wasn't sufficient to convict, and it was a lot of guesswork and a lot of speculation.
Hutchins' parents and sisters say they're satisfied with the verdict, adding, "We look forward to the justice system continuing to make sure that everyone else who is responsible for Helena's death is required to face the legal consequences." Baldwin's trial is set for July. He's pleaded not guilty to involuntary manslaughter. Legal experts say prosecutors face more of a challenge with the case against Baldwin.
Well, I think with Alec Baldwin, it's harder. I mean, he has said publicly that he didn't pull the trigger. That's going to be difficult for him when you have forensic experts. But this verdict is probably nothing that he likes to hear. I'm sure he's very concerned in this moment for his own future.
She faces up to 18 months in prison when she's sentenced next month. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, President Biden hopes to showcase his accomplishments on infrastructure and manufacturing during his State of the Union tonight as he attempts to gather support ahead of the November election. 6 government funding bills are up for a Senate vote today as lawmakers race the clock to get the legislation approved before an end-of-the-week shutdown deadline.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
Boom. Chocolate milk.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
US Cellular, built for us.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-268-7157. That's 1-800-268-7157 or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-268-7157 now.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino where the locals play.
The news you care about most is news that happens close to home.
At Apple Valley News Now, our coverage focuses on Yakima, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, and all areas from the Blues to the Cascades.
Families, schools, safety, plus so much more.
We got it covered. Plus, we'll tell you what's on the way and how it will affect you and your family.
On air, online, and mobile.
We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
We're on your side.
We're Apple Valley News Now, always on your side. With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Want to test drive US Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Here we go.
Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Right now in Good Morning Northwest, President Joe Biden is set to use his State of the Union address tonight to promote his vision for a second term and warn that GOP frontrunner Donald Trump would be a dangerous alternative. And while Washington is on track to avoid a partial shutdown tomorrow, keeping the rest of the government open past March 22nd could be harder. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6:29 on Thursday, March 7th. Let's check in with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, what can we expect as we're waking up this morning?
It's still cold out there, Jessica, but not quite as cold in some spots as yesterday morning. That's all thanks to a band of clouds that pushed through over the past couple of hours. But those clouds are in the process of clearing out. In our Dust Devils Skycam in Pasco, you could see them in the distance there. The sun is now up, so temperatures will continue to rise. But we are starting off in the 20s area-wide this morning. It's 28 in Tri-Cities, 27 Prosser, 28 in Yakima, 26 in Pendleton, 24 in Hermiston, and where we still have some cloud cover, we're in the upper 20s, lower 30s along the foothills of the Blues, 32 in Walla Walla. So as you head out the door, you'll need the warm jacket, you'll need the gloves and the scarf once again. You also need the sunglasses because the sun will be shining this morning and this afternoon as well. Make sure the kids bundle up just like they did yesterday morning. Temperatures in the 20s now, rising into the lower 30s by the time they head out to catch the bus, or if you're dropping them off at school. Recess 48, and we'll be in the lower 50s later on this afternoon. We will see the pattern become more unsettled this weekend. We'll talk about weekend rain chances and how we spring forward and the changing sunrise and sunset times coming up in a bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. We move now onto the State of the Union. President Biden is preparing today for his yearly address to Congress, where he's expected to talk about a wide range of issues. This year, the highly consequential speech will be used as a springboard for the Biden campaign heading into November's elections. ABC's Ike Jachi has the latest.
This morning, President Biden getting set to make his case to voters. This year, Biden is expected to touch on major campaign issues like the border and the economy, reminding voters that wages are rising, millions of new jobs have been added, and unemployment remains at record lows. He's also expected to blame Donald Trump and some Republicans for killing the bipartisan border deal. Biden will likely renew his push for higher taxes on corporations and billionaires, something Republicans have dismissed as the wrong approach. And also, keep your ears open for any new policy proposals. The yearly speech is a chance for the president to lay out new goals and rally Americans to support them. Biden has used previous speeches to discuss his unity agenda, which included expanded health care benefits for veterans. This year's address may look different, as Speaker Mike Johnson will appear behind Biden, the third different Speaker of the House in as many addresses for the president.
America is in decline, and nothing he says tomorrow night is going to change that.
One thing he hopes not to see this year are interruptions. Speaker Mike Johnson is urging House Republicans not to disrupt the president, reportedly telling them decorum is the order of the day.
Roads will be closed and security tight in Washington, D.C. as more than a dozen groups plan to protest today, demanding a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. And as concern grows over the safety of air and rail travel in the United States, the chair of the National Transportation Safety Board testified before Congress Wednesday. Jennifer Homendy testified before the full Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation on the more than 1,000 active investigations the agency is conducting. The door plug blowout on a 737 MAX 9 plane is one such incident under investigation. Homendy ripped into the airplane manufacturer for failing to produce key documents related to the incident.
There is one team that deals with the doors of 25 people. Why we don't have those names today, 2 months later, is really disappointing.
This just days after the FAA issued a report finding multiple problems with Boeing's production practices following a 6-week audit triggered by the door plug failure. While the company did not immediately respond to Homendy's testimony, CEO Dave Calhoun previously issued a statement promising a comprehensive action plan for improvements. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell is calling on Boeing CEO to get the NTSB the information that investigators need within 48 hours or explain why not. And Washington seems on track to avoid a partial government shutdown tomorrow, but a second budget deadline this month could be harder. Today, the Senate is taking up a package of 6 spending bills that cleared the House yesterday. They fund the Departments of Commerce, Justice, Veterans Affairs, Interior, Transportation, and more through the end of September. Analysts say keeping the rest of the government open past March 22nd could be harder. Party leaders don't yet have an agreement on that package, and it covers the Department of Homeland Security. Impeachment proceedings against its secretary are still in the works. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, what if you could pay a library late fee with pictures of your cat? Well, one library in Massachusetts is accepting cat photos instead of fees for lost or damaged books during the month of March. And looking outside, temperature is 28 degrees. The sunrise looks beautiful. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have more details in that first alertful forecast.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
No matter what your children's dreams might be, or how often they might change, with Dream Ahead College Investment Plan, you can start saving for the future. Don't borrow your children's future, build it at 529.wa.gov.
How long do I have to wait?
Premieres Thursday, March 14th on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Have you tried to reach your internet company lately?
Your wait time will be 45 minutes.
At Washington Broadband, we have techs right here in Yakima, so you have a friend to help you through your technology issues. We even have after-hours help.
Washington Broadband, how can I help you?
In this difficult time when every other business is raising their prices, we still haven't in 28 years of serving Yakima, not even fuel charges. We will be your consistent local internet. Washington Broadband, your original hometown source to the world.
Before you head for the slopes, catch the Apple Valley News Now Northwest Ski Report. It's on air during weather, online at applevalleyNewsNow.com or on our mobile app. The Northwest Ski Report from Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Schweitzer Mountain Resort in Sandpoint, Idaho.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the rain and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, celebrating 20 years of employee ownership with great savings, including our Owner's Choice 20th Anniversary Sale, now through March 11th at Bi-Mart.
No matter what your children's dreams might be, or how often they might change, with Dream Ahead College Investment Plan, you can start saving for the future. Don't borrow your children's future, build it at 529.wa.gov.
A hike with a view of the Palouse.
About 9 miles north of Pullman.
There's nothing like it for miles around.
They can hike to the ridge from the parking lot and back in about a half an hour.
Kamiak Butte on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Hello to all our viewers in the Pacific Northwest. This is your special invitation to watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now, KView, Channel 42, and CAP, Channel 35.
Welcome back. A public library in Massachusetts is accepting cat photos instead of fees for lost or damaged books this month. And we're not kidding you. It's part of Worcester Public Library's March Meowness. A photo or even a drawing of any cat erases fines. And in the first 5 days of the month, 400 accounts were cleared. The idea started when a library task force noticed a lot of younger patrons had fees dating back to the start of the pandemic, and they didn't want those people to stop using a library because of the fines. Where was this when I was younger? Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, a modified rodeo program for people with disabilities. We speak to the founder of the organization next. And looking outside, sky is looking beautiful. Temperature is 28 degrees. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has more details in that first alert full forecast. That is next.
6 o'clock, bogey.
Did you say burger? Because I can go for a burger.
I'm not talking about burger.
Roger that. Fire now.
Need burger? Get burger. It's back. Spicy Western Bacon Cheeseburger.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
To help promote professional first aid training, Apple Valley News Now with Columbia Safety are giving you a chance to win a $500 gift card. To enter, click on contests at applevalleynewsnow.com, and soon a $500 gift card could be yours.
Vampires, werewolves. Cuddle up with your favorite monsters.
They're coming!
Who's coming? Svengoolie.
This may be the biggest thing that's ever happened.
Oh, it's big, all right.
I admit he isn't a particularly good-looking specimen.
Every Saturday night on MeTV.
Welcome to Premier Woodworks, your premier source for custom cabinetry and full-service interior design. Our custom designs are brought to life with 3D images to help you visualize the final result. Our high-quality cabinetry is crafted with care and attention to detail. From kitchen and bath design to remodel project management, we're here to make your dream space a reality. Premier Woodworks, located at 109 North Washington Street in Kennewick.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo.
You're not just a number there. You know, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
Oh boy, look at that Carl's Jr. burger. Bacon, jalapenos, beef, cheese, bacon, beef. $5 on the app? What? Another burger. Lettuce, cheese, melty, delicious pickle. You gotta be kidding. Barbecue sauce, strip, crunchy onion rings. $5? I'm burger rich. Need burger? Get burger.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. 3 days until we spring forward. I know a lot of you not happy about losing an hour of sleep. I'm included in that, and it really messes up the little one's schedules as well. So just a reminder, we do turn those clocks ahead 1 hour before bed Saturday night. Also a good idea to change the batteries in the smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and weather radios if you have them. The downside to the time change, along with losing an hour, is the later sunrises, I should say, because the sun rises now around 6:20. Saturday, it'll rise at 6:19, but look at Sunday. It'll rise after 7 o'clock. So next week at this time, it'll be dark still, but we do get the later sunsets. That's the positive side of things. 5:54, the sunset this Saturday, the sunset on Sunday after the time change just before 7 o'clock. We're taking a live look out of our Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco, and the sun is shining. We do have some clouds off to the south and southwest at this time, and we still have some clouds along the foothills of the Blues. It's 32 in Walla Walla, 26 in Pendleton, 28 in Tri-Cities, 28 degrees in Yakima. So be sure to bundle up this morning. No umbrella needed today as the weather pattern is quiet, not much going on across the Pacific Northwest. That is a welcome change, and here's why. We have that area of high pressure building into the Pacific North and West, so our slight warming trend continues today. Tomorrow, that high pressure slides a little bit farther east, but we're still under the influence of it. So we're still dry. Our warming trend continues, but rain starts to push in to northwestern Washington. And then as our next storm system slides in, rain and snow overspread the entire Pacific Northwest. So rain chances return to the forecast this weekend as the pattern becomes more unsettled. I know, bad timing here for the weekend, right? Today, mostly sunny, still rather cool for this time of year, considering we should be in the middle 50s. 52 for your high in Tri-Cities, 51 in Hermiston. Still holding on those 40s along the foothills of the Blues, but in the Yakima Valley, we should top out at 50 today after being in the 40s yesterday. Tonight, mainly clear, very cold again as temperatures fall into the 20s. And if you couldn't see Venus, Mars, and the moon this morning because of the clouds, you'll have another opportunity to check it out tomorrow morning. You want to look across the southeast sky at 5:45 or close to 6 o'clock. That's when Venus, Mars, and the moon will make a triangle low in the sky tomorrow morning in the southeast sky before the sun rises. So try to check that out. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, becoming partly cloudy during the afternoon with highs in the 50s, middle 50s area-wide. That'll be nice to wrap up the work week. We will get warmer this weekend, but we will see periods of rain Saturday and Sunday. Not looking like a washout, so there will be some dry time in there. In fact, plenty of dry time. We do spring forward this weekend, like I mentioned, and we may get a break in the action on Monday before those rain chances return Tuesday. Walla Walla today, 48. We're in the middle 50s tomorrow. That'll be a nice warm up. And then low to middle 50s this weekend with those rain chances increasing. Rain chances coming down Monday with better chances on Tuesday again. Hermiston 51 today, 56 tomorrow, and we have mid to upper 50s with rain possible Saturday and Sunday. Here is another look at your ski report brought to you by Schweitzer Mountain, and it's a pretty view this morning as we take a look at Schweitzer there. The sun is shining, the snow is glistening. No snow expected today, but it will be on the chilly side, 22 degrees. We did get a lot of snow last weekend, if you can remember that. Ski Blue at 29 degrees today, light winds, that's base depth up to 60 inches. Base depth at White Pass up to 80 inches. No snow today, 32 degrees, but all of these ski resorts expected to get a couple more inches as we head into the weekend as that pattern becomes more unsettled across the states of Washington and Oregon. Jessica?
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. If you've been living in the area for a while, there's a good chance you've heard of Rascal Rodeo. It's a modified rodeo program for those with physical and developmental disabilities. So we have the founder and director of Rascal Rodeo here with us today. Her name is Ann Erica Whitemarsh. So Ann Erica, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. So can you start off by telling us more about Rascal Rodeo?
Yep, Rascal Rodeo started as my high school senior project back in 2001.
Whoa.
It wasn't until 2010 that we did our second modified rodeo, and then from there we became a 501c3 and we acquired our truck and trailer and everything that we need to put on the events, and it's grown like crazy since then.
Yeah, and I've seen the pictures of the children on the horses, and it is just so amazing what you're doing and how you don't hear anything like this anywhere else. I've never heard of anything like this before.
Yeah, thank you. It is like I created it for the participants to have the opportunity to be cowboys and cowgirls. We've quickly realized that it's more than that. We've had 3 people say their first words ever after coming and even just interacting with the horses, not even getting on them yet, even coming and playing in the dirt,
That is
getting
just
them
amazing.
out into the rodeo arena, getting them partnered up with volunteers that are youth or, senior citizens to show that they are loved and cared for and accepted. So it's a life-changing
Absolutely.
experience for everybody.
I agree. And so can you tell us about the upcoming fundraiser that's in March, the Honky Tonk Hoedown?
Yes.
I love the name, by the way.
It is a honky tonk hoedown. People come in their jeans and boots, however they want to be
hats.
dressed. Yep, cowboy hats. And this is our big major fundraiser for the entire year. Every event that we host is free of charge to the participants, and we've had a 2-year-old and a 92-year-old, so it's all ages with disabilities. But this is the biggest night of the year for us. We're on our way to selling out tickets. We have just about 100 tickets left of 400. It'll be at the Benton County Fairgrounds. We've got some incredible sponsors. We've got some incredible auction items, live and silent auction items. We're still collecting auction items, so if anybody would like to donate to that. We have something called the Sugar Stampede, and so people have to throw in money to the pot, and whoever throws in the most gets to choose their dessert first in line. And so if there's any professional bakers out there, then we'd love some yummy desserts from them.
How fun. This all sounds so amazing. So how can people help?
Yeah, purchase a ticket before we sell out. Purchase a tables of 8. All of the information's on our website, rascalrodeo.org. They can, like I said, donate auction items, share on social media, and also the auction will be online most likely, and so they'll be able to sign up and bid even if they don't get a ticket to attend.
Perfect. So you've been working on new things with Rascal Rodeo. Can you tell us details on that?
Yeah, we are working on a second rig. We have 23 rodeos this year in 7 states.
Wow.
And that one truck that we won 15 years ago isn't going to be able to get to all of them. So we're working on a second rig, truck and trailer, and we're hopefully going to be implementing a youth scholarship / grant into our program. So those youth that have come and volunteered with us, whether they're going to go off to college and need some help purchasing books, or if they're going to start a welding company and they need help purchasing their helmet or tools, then we want them to apply for our scholarship, and we want to be able to help them out with their dreams.
That is amazing, and thank you so much, Aunt Erica, for sharing all of this with us. And if you do want a ticket, they are selling out soon, so don't forget, buy it online, and the fundraiser's on March 15th. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive.
What do you want your legacy to be here at Iowa?
Just days after Caitlin Clark made history.
For the record,
becoming the all-time leading scorer in NCAA for both women and men.
for college basketball history.
The 22-year-old now on the cusp of achieving one of her biggest goals. And this morning, she's going one-on-one with Robin Roberts.
What is it, do you think, about your game that has people just can't wait to see you on the professional level?
I think it's just the style of basketball that I play, but also I think people love the fire and the emotion that I have and the smile I always have on my face. And that's something I've always had in my game ever since I was 7 years old.
Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of Robin's exclusive interview with Caitlin Clark. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
If you're only using facial moisturizer in the morning, did you know the best time for skin renewal is at night? Add Olay Retinol 24 to your nighttime skincare routine. It combines hydrating moisturizers with powerful retinoids to renew millions of surface skin cells while you sleep. Plus, it hydrates better than a $100 retinol cream. Wake up to smoother, younger-looking skin with Olay Retinol 24. Learn more at Olay.com. This has been Medifax for Olay.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We'll get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Starting off, a Benton County corrections officer has been arrested by the sheriff's office accused of sexual misconduct. According to Benton County officials, a female inmate accused the Benton County corrections officer, and during the investigation, the officer was on administrative leave until the investigation was over. That's according to Benton County officials, and on Wednesday, March 5th, detectives arrested Kevin Bell on suspicion of custodial sexual misconduct in the second degree. And this is an active investigation, and more information will be released as it's known. The driver charged in the traffic death of a Washington state trooper is in the U.S. illegally, according to immigration officials. Authorities said 32-year-old Raul Benitez Santana of Mexico was driving at a high rate of speed when he slammed into the back of the trooper's car. He then bounced off and landed in the fast lane, which was then hit by the other car. Benitez Santana is charged with vehicular homicide and vehicular assault. He's currently in jail on a $1 million bail. A 22-year-old Yakima man is facing over a dozen charges in federal court in connection with the drug trafficking scheme, including 2 counts of murder, after investigators said he killed 2 potential witnesses in the case. According to recently unsealed federal court documents, Homeland Security agents spent more than 2 years investigating Benjamin Madrigal Birueta in connection with the conspiracy to bring illegal narcotics from Mexico to the U.S. And within days of agents interviewing 44-year-old Cesar Murillo and 33-year-old Maria Hernandez, both were murdered and their remains were hidden in a remote high desert location near Yakima. The Department of Energy is looking for the public's input on cleanup priorities in Hanford. The Department of Ecology and the Environmental Protection Agency are regulating the Department of Energy's cleanup work, and the Department of Ecology has a 30-day public comment period on the cleanup efforts that runs from through April 5th. And WSU Tri-Cities is announcing a new scholarship for students. So according to Aniki Rachinsky, the Senior Director of Development for the Office of Advancement at WSU Tri-Cities, Longnecker and Associates, a contracting firm that works with the Department of Energy, is offering the scholarship. It's open to all WSU Tri-Cities campus students who are part of business, cybersecurity, and engineering programs who want to go into careers in a cleanup site. The student needs to be a sophomore with at least a 2.5 GPA in order to be eligible. After getting delayed due to the pandemic, improvement plans for Yakima's Washington Fruit community are now getting another look. The City Council can come up with an immediate plan to fix infrastructure issues, an intermediate plan for improvements and additions over the next 5 to 10 years. Also a master plan that includes all of that and more over the next 5 to 25 years. Architecture firm KDA says everything in the Grand Master Plan would cost an estimated $15 million, but the immediate fixes alone run close to $2 million. And over 235,000 people have been affected by a data breach at Yakima Valley Radiology. The affected individuals have been notified of the breach, which was described as unauthorized access to a limited amount of patient data. First noticed in August of last year, forensics experts confirmed in January that names and social security numbers were exposed in the data breach. They've been offered a membership to single bureau credit monitoring, credit report, and credit score services.
It's a nice start on your Thursday morning. The sun is shining. We do have clouds in the distance out of our Dust Devil Sky Cam in Pasco, but those clouds will be clearing out where people are seeing them now, and we will see plenty of sunshine today. But it is a cold start out there. We're at 28 in the Tri-Cities. It's 26 in Pendleton, 24 in Hermiston, 32 Walla Walla, where we do have more clouds right now, 29 in Connell, and 28 degrees in Yakima. Today, we will rise into the lower 50s once again, mostly sunny, but lower 50s still rather cool for this time of year with light winds out of the southwest at about 5 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, another very cold night as temperatures fall back down into the 20s area wide. Friday afternoon, we'll warm it up a little bit more, a few degrees. 54 degrees, lots of sunshine to start the day, becoming partly cloudy during the afternoon, but pretty pleasant to end the work week with a light breeze out of the northeast at 5 miles per hour. Your 7-day forecast showing that the weekend becomes a bit more unsettled. We do have those rain chances back in play. Not going to be a washout by any means, and that clock indicating we do spring forward Saturday night into Sunday morning. We may get a break in the action on Monday, but another system quickly moves in on Tuesday, bringing another chance for rain. Yakima 50 today, 53 tomorrow. Lower 50s this weekend with rain possible, and then drier Monday before rain looking more likely on Tuesday. Walla Walla, 40s today, but we should be in the 50s tomorrow, and then those rain chances going up this weekend. Hermiston, 51 today, 56 tomorrow, and then we keep it in the mid to upper 50s with rain possible this weekend. Tuesday, another good chance for rain, and then Wednesday and beyond that 7-day, it looks like, Jessica, we could be drier and getting a little bit warmer. We may see more 60s in that 7-day forecast once we get into next week.
Tiffany, I'm so ready for some warmer temperatures. I'm tired of this cold. Well, thank you for waking up and watching with us.